I'm pissed and you should be too. I'm just kidding. But this is an important topic I want to talk about. And this kind of relates to the mental health people, the mental health service, mental health disorders and so on. And you need to be careful, okay? So what I'm talking about is that I read this article about people being prosecuted for their thoughts. So you could be prosecuted for your thoughts. I'm not really sure what prosecute means. I was gonna look it up before I made this video, but I'm not. But I think, like, I read this article recently about how this guy got prosecuted or got jail time for thoughts about him writing about how he was going to kill women and stuff and so on like that. Those are thoughts. So what I'm saying is that the mental health people need to be careful what they say, because I've read many other articles about people actually getting in trouble with the law, and you can't always trust a therapist, because therapists, they're like, oh, I'm out there to help you. They might turn you in, they might turn you into the police because they want to help you. So just be careful. And okay, so here's an example. So let's say I go in, I want to get help from, I want to get mental help. So I go see a therapist, and this therapist, I tell this therapist, like, let's say it's a girl, I tell her, like, I wanna, like, let's just say I tell her I wanna, like, I have thoughts of hurting others, and then I keep thinking about, like, burning my high school, which name is New York. Let's say my high school's name New York. So I'm thinking about burning my high school, New York high school, and setting everything on fire and then killing children. I'm having those thoughts. So right there, they could, like, a therapist would think they're gonna help you, and they're gonna turn you into the police department. And then what's worse is if they find information about you on the computer or so on, they're gonna prosecute you for that. They're gonna make you go to jail and so on, or who knows what the fuck they do. But let's say you're a person that likes to write things down to get your things out. Let's say that's the way you deal with things, right? So, like, let's say let's say I was too stressed, so I wanted to write my thoughts down. I wanted to write my thoughts about killing the people in my high school down. So, like, or maybe you write it on Facebook to let it out, to just, because you're too stressed out, right? Because sometimes when we're stressed, we make a video, we record, we write it down, we do whatever we want. However, it just doesn't matter. It depends. So you just write it on Facebook. You're frustrated and you're like, I'm sick of, like, children. Like, I think I'm gonna go to my high school and burn it down. Like, you know, you just, that's your thought right there. So you're just writing it down. Like, you're not really thinking, but you're just writing it down because that's how you feel. You know, sometimes we feel a certain way, we write it down and then we regret it. So writing that down could get you in trouble. So just remember, like, keep everything in here. Don't write it down. Don't say it, because nowadays your thoughts could get you prosecuted, could get you to jail, maybe even send you to the, what's it called, the Department of Health. When they do whatever they do with you, they keep you in there forever. You're not free. So just be careful, because you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be prosecuted for your thoughts. Like, that's stupid. Because from what I've heard, they can't prosecute you. They can't make you go to jail for your thoughts. But apparently someone just recently got jail time, or prosecuted, or I don't know, for their thoughts about wanting to kill women. And these were just thoughts, okay? Like, this guy didn't take action against that. So just be careful. You raise your, like, if you ever decide to tell someone, like a therapist, about that, make sure you throw your computer away or whatever, because that, like, there's, like, if they find some kind of evidence that shows that you've been looking at stuff like that or something like that, you get in real trouble. So yeah, I mean, and everything's not confidential. So I would be pissed. I'm pissed. Like, still, like, what if I said something and I got in trouble for it? You know what? Like, they're just thoughts. Like, remember, if you're gonna talk about something, never say, never go into specific things. So like, well, I know this doesn't apply to everyone, and I know, like, if you have, like, if you want to hurt people, you're not gonna, like, really, how do I say it? I don't know, but let's just say, like, you want to beat up your mom, or I guess your mom, or like a family member, and then you have your thoughts and you tell them to your therapist, like, you're gonna get in trouble. Like, you can't say specific people, specific things, specific places. Like, that gets you in trouble with the law, saying specific things. If you want to talk about it with a therapist, say, like, I feel like burning schools down. I feel like burning places down. Don't see a specific people, a specific place or person or thing, because that will get you in trouble. That will make you go to the hospital. That will make you get in trouble with the law. Maybe even institutionalized in the insane asylum, whatever. So just be careful. To all my people with those problems. Like, I know some people deal with those problems. Well, I don't know any people that deal with those problems, but I know there are some people that deal with those problems. And like I said, like, I never tell my therapist a lot of things because these people, they get very paranoid when I tell them things. Like, I can't even tell them anything because then they mention, like, police, hospitalization, meeting the boss. You know what I mean? Like, I can't really mention anything with them. Anyways, if I mention, like, let's say I mention, like, let's say I say that I want to kill people. Like, at the end of the day, they're not going to help me. Like, you can't help me. Like, if I mention that I want to kill people, like, how are you going to help me with that? You can't. You know what I mean? So, these people, they can't help you, so they're going to turn you into the police. And you're going to deal with that. Like, you don't want to deal with that, right? Or maybe you do. Maybe you want to be institutionalized. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not even going to go into the situation. But remember, like I said, a therapist can't really help you with those thoughts. Like, they're probably just going to turn you in. Like, there's no medication that can help you with that. I don't know what to say. I don't know, like, I don't know what to say.